Welcome, everyone, to the NRC Helpful Moment. We certainly appreciate you joining us today. We are very thrilled to have our special guest we'll introduce in a minute. But as always, I'm joined by the president of Top Line Management, Mr. Brian Devine. Brian, welcome.
Thank you.
Of course, National Restaurant Consultants and Brian Devine are joined together for our marketing efforts. Again, I'm Richard Weil, and I'm joined today by our senior consultant, Sandy Clark, who's going to introduce our special guest. So Sandy, please, if you would.
Well, I am thrilled to introduce Ted Vong. Ted owns a business in Colorado Springs called Shortstop. Does drive-through burgers and a lot of catering in the catering season. When I asked Ted before we came live how many years, he said 28. And all restaurateurs know if you have made it 28 years, that is heroic in our business. So Ted, how are you and your family and your staff and everyone coping through pandemic, unprecedented times?
Well, thank you for asking. We're all doing well. Everyone is safe and healthy. Employees are very well motivated. They're very thankful that they're still working, considering the circumstances. I don't think I can ask for anything better.
So what are you doing at Shortstop to adapt to what's going on right now?
There's a few things that we're doing. I feel that it's extremely helpful. On our catering side, with the mobile units that we do have, we're reaching out to companies like King Soopers, Sam's Club, people that are employing quite a few people that are working a lot of hours. We're reaching out to them to see if we can come out and do a discounted price and offer them lunch or dinner. We set out for 3 or 4 hours where they have multiple shifts. And for example, we just got done doing a catering job for King Soopers. We brought our trailer out. We set up in an environment where it meets CDC guidelines, social distancing, as far as also servicing their employees, only allowing X amount of people coming out all at once. And we're making their meal on site. So they come to the window, order. They don't have to make any money transaction. They basically order the food, and we make it and hand it out to them individually. And doing all our again, following CDC and health department regulations and keeping everybody safe. That's one end of it on our catering side, to keep our food trucks busy. And then the inside the restaurant, the challenges that we're facing, number one was when we got the information that all sit-down restaurants are getting closed down, but drive-throughs and takeouts are able to stay open. So the first thing I did was got my management staff together and say, okay, here's the situation. You know, everybody's kind of concerned, are we going to get laid off, or are we going to stay in operation? Being in the business for over 28 years, I had a feeling that we're going to thrive in this situation. This is our niche. This is all we do is drive through and take out. With that being said, there's going to be some challenges we'll be facing. A lot of sit-down restaurants going to be looking at how are we going to stay in business and transition into takeout and curbside so they can stay in business and keep their employees. Some of the things that we came across was, what are customers going to do? Are they going to, frequent restaurants that are open? What are some of the supplies that we're going to look at running shortage of? Like, for example, cleaning supplies, gloves, sanitizer, disposable, mainly disposable, because when you transition from sit down into takeout, that increases the amount of paper product that needs to go out the door. So once we identified those issues, we went straight to our vendors. We have, and Sandy, you're aware of this, we worked with you in the past. Immediately we met with our vendors. We have primaries and secondaries and third source to get the product that we need to do to run our business. And we sat down with them and identify these are the key items that we need to stay in business, and what are some of the anticipated problems that you guys are seeing? Are we going to have truck shortages? Are we going to have shortages of supplying cleaning supplies or even paper items? And luckily, because of our experience in the industry, some of the concerns that we brought up was valid. Trucks being turned around and not getting deliveries, shortages of cleaning supply and sanitizing solutions and gloves, and paper product automatically went from average usage to high demand because all restaurants are now switching over to using paper products for deliveries and so forth. So the next step that we're mainly, instead of just being reactive, I felt that we were very proactive. And as a business owner, I think if any advice that I can give to anybody is, when you're a business owner, you do absolutely have to take responsibility for your business. And you and only you know your business better than anybody else. You know what you need. Identify those areas of concerns and be proactive and go out there and get the things that we need. Once we identify all the areas that we like paper products and cleaning supplies and all our main items, we use Nathan's and some of our proprietary burgers. We reach out to all our vendors to let them know that we're anticipating an increase in sales because of the fact that we are, this is what we've been doing, for 28 years. And I believe we're going to thrive in this business. And I believe, we estimated a 50% increase in sales. And right now we're hovering right between 50 to 60% on increase. So by passing that information into our vendors, we were able to stay a step ahead of most of the people that, that was still trying to figure it out or has not had the experience working in this type of environment. With that being said, we have the facility to house a lot of extra paper product that we need, like bags, burger wraps, containers, to-go containers, as well as some of the things that we need to keep, like sanitizers and gloves, in order to stay open by health codes. So we were able to get that product in, and some of what the heads up from some of the vendors, they said, these are some concern areas. Your burger wraps is going to be cut off. We're not getting our trucks in, or your hot dog containers are not coming in. So we actually planned for a backup plan and went onto the internet and found some companies that actually has that product. And now we're working closely with those companies, ordering on a regular basis and keeping our shipment coming in. The advantage of that is we take advantage of a different type of shipping companies like FedEx and UPS and the United Postal Services, as opposed to just relying on the trucking industry. So we're able to stockpile some of that stuff to keep us open, and so far it's been working really well for us. And finally, I think that one of the big things that has helped us out in this whole situation is giving back to the community. Through our rough times, our customers have always been there for us. And in this situation, most of our customers lost their job in that environment. So we put up a sign on our company window that if you know anybody in need or struggling or just lost their job and can benefit from a free meal, just have them come see us. And that's what we did. And there was times where we just say, between this hour and this hour, anybody that use a free meal, come see us. And we did that. And the response that we got from the community was just so amazing. Even though we were just doing as a thank you to our customer that helped us out through the past, it has come back and our community supported back, helped us through this whole situation. So yeah, so
what a great way to thank everyone.
Exactly. And that's all we wanted to do, was just say thank you. You helped us when we were going through rough times, and we want to say thank you and help you through this temporary situation.
Anything else that
Ryan?
anything else that John Q. Public can be doing to be more helpful to your industry?
I think for the industry as a whole, if you're working and you're able to come out and keep yourself safe, to support any local businesses that's in your area, we as small business or any business greatly appreciate any kind of effort or attempt. Share our page, Facebook page, or business page on your social media. Tell friends and families what your experiences are. just kind of get the word out there. And, and more importantly, businesses that are transitioning from sit down to takeout, or, curbside service, maybe show a little some compassion, and that they're going through some challenges, and I think that goes a long ways.
That's
Absolutely.
great. Ted, I want to jump in and first, thank you for sharing that. I loved hearing about how you immediately jumped into action and started identifying problem areas, and then you went into solutions right away. Thank you for sharing that with everybody. And I just want to ask this one question, and it's, we're all here, we're here to support restaurants, to support this industry. What do you see that we maybe can be doing more of or should be doing that's kind of lacking? We just want to make sure we're doing everything possible, and I'd love to get your thoughts on that.
One of the biggest challenges we're seeing right now are the major food vendors are having a really hard time trying to adjust to who to support and who not to support. More importantly, I would recommend for any businesses that are out there, the use of your company and what you need in your company. Reach out to the vendors, talk to your sales rep, share that information, because they're brainstorming right now trying to figure out what kind of products to bring in to support us. And if they have that information, I believe it'll be, they can streamline things a little bit quicker as opposed to trying to figure it out internally.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Richard, you want to wrap things up for us?
Well, Ted, we just can't thank you enough for your time this afternoon. We know you've got businesses to run, and it's really wonderful to listen to your take on the process. And best wishes to you, your family, and your staff, and all your restaurants, and for sure all of our friends in Colorado Springs. So can't thank you enough, but that'll wrap it up for today. And bye for now. So thank you, Ted. Thank you.
Thank you, Ted.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
All right.